Welcome back to stage 15 of the Triqueta Grand Tour. This is the Rainard Dash. So this is in France. It's 37 kilometers with 1,500 meters of climbing. It's a mass start, so everybody in every category will be going out the gate all at the same time, which can be helpful and it can be a little bit hurtful as well, depending if you're in the pack or if you get dropped. As you're going to see from this one, we had some ups and downs. It was a long grind. On paper, it doesn't look that bad. When I saw it, I was like, okay, it's like Alpe Zwift, maybe a little bit longer. I can do Alpe Zwift. My PB on that is 57 minutes. So I'm thinking an hour and 10, maybe hour and 20 minutes, and we're good. Yeah, let's get into the video. See what actually really did happen. And if you like these videos, please subscribe for more content. So, as we're warming up, we're leaving the gates all together, all at the same time. You see straight away a few groups start forming, some start pulling away. I tried to keep up with the front group for as long as I can. As you can see, they've already gone. It is quite a long lead in until we get to the climb. And then this is a long climb, and it's no breaks, as you can see from the map there. It is just straight up. It's not even a little bit leveling out halfway up. It's just straight up. So I can't get back onto the front group. They've already left the party. They're 10 seconds ahead already, and we're not even at the bottom of the climb yet. But you know, that's what happens when you got a mass start. You got everybody from category A down to D all together. People are going to shoot off. And it is what it is. It's a race at the end of the day. But yeah, that's the start. Nothing really to say on the start, really. All the drama comes on the next part. So we're just about to come up to the first sprint. So I'm actually working with a guy from K category. Name's Tam there. So he just leads me out. But I got nothing. My legs are shot. I tried to push that sprint, but my legs are shot. I ended up coming fourth in that sprint. So yeah, not too bad. I ease off a little bit. Tam jumps back on the wheel, and we're about to head up the KOM. So the start of the KOM is just right after the sprint. And like I say, you see from the map, there is absolutely nowhere to hide on this one. You can't slow down anywhere. There is no little downhill bits. It's just one hell of a ride going up and up and up. So as we're going up to the top of this hill on my segment map down there, I think I'm almost there. You're looking pretty good. It says 4.2 kilometers to the end. I'm thinking to myself, this is not too bad. I was wondering why it only said it was still 18 kilometers to go until the end. But I thought that was maybe the downhill part or something like that. So I was in my head, I'm thinking like, okay, this is not too bad. It's taken me just under an hour to get to the top of this, which is quite a long time. I'm not gonna lie. Average gradient was about, I think it was everything between 9 and I think there were a couple of bits that went up to 16. My legs are burning. I'm still working with Tam. We're not over pushing it, but I'm pushing myself enough that my legs are just burning. I just didn't have much more in me. This was the second long stage in a row, and it was quite a difficult one. But we have a rest day tomorrow, so whatever we do today, we got a rest day tomorrow. I'm not sure after the rest day how I'm going to feel, but I'm definitely going to use that rest day. But just as we just peek over the top there, we're getting to about 3 kilometers to go to the top. As you can see, the banner is right there in front of me. I'm so happy. And then my heart sinks. We're only halfway. So the segment map from source only showed half of it. There's still another 10 kilometers to go until we get to the top. This was a grind. There's me trying to find out on the phone where's the segment ended. It says 17 kilometers to go. When is the top of this mountain gonna appear? But it's like one of those, you know, it's just never ending. It was literally never ending. This was soul destroying. This climb is soul destroying. There's nothing else to say. Out the Zwift, I find so much easier than this climb. So much easier. It's shorter, less meters in altitude in climbing, and the gradient on this one just never lets off. I mean, to put it into context, when we're going on a gradient of around 7, that feels like a flat. You know, anything between 3 and 7 feels like a flat to me right now. This was a grind. So at this point, we're still going up. We're over 2 hours in now on this ride. I think the finishing time in this time slot was 1 hour 47. Good luck to them. That is some amazing effort to finish this in 1 hour 47. We got 9.2 kilometers to go, and we're still not at the top yet. We've done 1,500 meters of climbing so far, and we're still not at the top yet. This is 1,500 meters of straight up. I mean, there is no, like I say, there's no flat bits, really. Anything between 3 and 7 degrees felt so nice. It's basically, I think it's an average of around 10 degrees the whole way. So on the map, we can see it's going to start leveling off soon. At this point, I'm starting to feel soul destroyed. I'm so far behind the group, so far behind the people in my category. I think the closest one in my category is still over 4 minutes, 15 seconds ahead of us. This guy that's with me has been great. You know, we've been taking a few turns, helping each other out, pulling up. Even though the draft isn't that much going uphill. So if you're going over, I think it's 13 kilometers or 12 kilometers an hour or something like that, you start to get a little bit of draft, but you got to be right on the wheel. I mean, even though the draft isn't really helping us at all, it is nice to have somebody with you, and it is a mental thing. If you think they're pulling you up and they think you're giving them a few watts behind your draft, most of the time it's in your head and you feel better. It just, I don't know what it is, but it helps. When you're out there alone, it is very lonely, especially when going up so high for so long. But as you see, we're just about to come up to the top of the crest. I see the archway, and then we just cross it together. That is still not the end of it, but my legs are done. They're burning. My knees are hurting. My calves are hurting. I'm starting to get cramp now. Now, you know, to be honest, we are, 15 stages in. We've had one rest day, and on that rest day, I was actually racing ZRL, so that wasn't really a rest day either. So I've been going for 15 days in a row, so my legs are starting to get fatigued. Cramp is setting in. It's not too bad though. I was expecting it to be a lot worse, but we are taking things like magnesium and salts for the cramp, so that really does help. So the downhill part is basically nothing to say. I basically stopped pedaling and got off the bike. You know, there was not much for me to do, or you know, my legs were hurting, so I just got off. And that was it. I went and got something to drink. Wyatt rolled down. And that was basically the end of the race. As soon as we got over the crest, I was done. I just let it roll down, shut it off, got off the bike, and went and relaxed. My legs were hurting, I was done. As you can see, I was done. As soon as I got over the crest of that hill, I just let the bike roll down the rest of the way. I wasn't interested in positions. Everybody was too far ahead of me to catch up, and everybody was too far behind for them to catch up to me. So it didn't really make much difference. I had no way of keeping up with the guys, so rolled down. Rest day tomorrow. I'm gonna need it. That's good. Back again on Tuesday in the Bologna Hilly ITT, which is 34 kilometers of 512 meters of climbing. That's Tuesday. When I finished this stage, I went and looked at my stand-ins. I was second from last. I got a 20-point penalty for that stage because I finished so far behind the first place winner from my category. Now, okay, I understand the penalty system, but it is very harsh. They did move me up to this category to try and, I don't know, they thought I was in the wrong category and I could do more than I actually could. Fantastic. Yeah, take the praise, great, but I can't. As you can see over the stages, the flat stages, I might be able to hold my own. The hilly stages, maybe I can hold my own. When it comes to any climbing, I'm done. So I am far from being competitive or able to hang with the guys in this category. And you can see that from the numbers, because if I go back and just look in the category I was in, the numbers I have now, I know it's a little bit irrelevant because I could have maybe got more or less or whatever in the other category, but just by putting the points I've got now over into that category, I would have been 6. It's not last, it's not first. I would still be in mid-pack in that lower category that I was in, which I feel was the right category for me, the one they put me in first. I think they moved me up too fast. You know, after 3 stages without much climbing, they moved me up too fast. But, you know, we're on stage 16 next. Can't complain now, can you? I've got to just get on with it now. There's only, you know, it's the last few stages. But the 20-point deduction was a little bit sour. Leaves a sour taste in my mouth, that one. But you know, it is the rules. It's the same rules for everybody. You know, I'm the only one at the moment with a 20-point deduction in my category. But, you know, I knew the rules. It was my fault. Could I have pushed any more? Maybe. I think if I really did push like 110%, I might have got 5 minutes difference. I might have been able to do it 5 minutes faster, maximum. I think. I'm not kidding myself here. There's no way I'm going to finish it in 1 hour 47 like the person that, you know, in my time slot finished it in. There was no way I was going to even get close to that. But let's see what tomorrow brings. So if you like these videos, like and subscribe. Check out the other videos up here, or the other stages, and I'll catch you in the next one.